Hey guys, it's Jessica and I am back with another video, and this time I am sharing a couple things. I am going to be sharing some of these mini laminated traveler's notebooks that I've made and are now in my Etsy. And I'll walk through what I did with these and all of that. But more importantly, what I wanted to get to was the craft fair prep challenge that I have talked about in previous videos. And this is something that I came up with to really challenge myself to make sure that I am more prepared when craft fair season comes around, because the past few years I have just been really struggling and um, basically waiting until the last minute and then stressing myself out so bad right before, the craft fair comes up, trying to get all these things done. And in turn, it ends up making my house a complete disaster. Like, we're talking kitchen table, my craft room, my office, living room. Like, I got crap everywhere when I am getting ready for a craft fair because I was not prepared. So I told myself this year I'm going to do it different. I am going to challenge myself every single month to get something done for a craft fair. And so I mentioned it to a couple of friends and they said, hey, that's awesome. Like, we would love to do that challenge too. So I am going to be extending it out to any of you guys who are watching this video, whether you're a follower or not, to participate in this craft fair prep challenge. So this is what I came up with in terms of the rules and what to expect. And then I'll go through and share some of the things that I want to get done and why. And all of these rules and the dates and stuff like that that I'm about to go through, I'll have it as a picture at the end of this video, so then you can screenshot it and then have everything done for you. But I do want to preface by saying that this challenge is not going to start until February 1st. And I will do a recap video on February 1st that goes over all this and announces the start of the challenge. So what I came up with is that obviously we're going to start on February 1st. We're going to end on September 30th because I know that there are a lot of craft fairs that start in October. So that way it gives everyone plenty of time to get the projects done that they want to get done. And I do want to preface this by saying, like, even if you don't actively participate in craft fairs, but you want to use this challenge to have gifts that are pre-made and ready for when Christmas comes around, if you want to maybe start selling in craft fairs, but you're not sure you want to, but you want to get some of those projects done just in case you decide to. If you're like me and you want to build your Etsy and or do craft fairs, you can use this challenge for whatever works for you, not for whatever what I'm going to do. Definitely make it work for you. That being said, I also was so my husband works in a hospital. I used to work in a hospital, and I used to provide a lot of my crafty items for the gift shop at the hospital, and it was on consignment. And when we ended up moving across the country, I kind of went away from that. But the hospital my husband is at, they are revamping their gift shop, and I actually talked to them today, and they'll be opening up in the next few months, and they definitely want me to supply items for them. So I am using this craft fair prep challenge to not only be ready for craft fair season, to get more items up in my Etsy, because yeah, I really just want to expand my Etsy, and to supply items for a gift shop. And we'll see how that goes, because I do still have a full-time job. I do still have very, very busy children, so we'll see what all I can get done. In order to incentivize you guys to not only participate, but to also I myself, I kind of need that carrot to keep going on things. And so I really want to be able to help provide a carrot for you. I'll be doing 3 drawings from from February 1st until September 30th, and I will be giving out 6 prizes, 2 per drawing. And I really want to preface this by saying, like, it's just me. It's just my, my small little YouTube income, which is not very much money. Um, I want to use that as a way to give back and say thank you so much for not only participating in the challenge, but, you know, congratulations on keeping yourself on task. So on April 27th, July 27th, and September 30th, I will be back and doing drawings for whoever has participated in the months leading up to that. So from February 1st until April 26th, then you'll be eligible for that April 27th drawing. And then the 27th and through July 26th, anything you do during that time, you'll be eligible for the drawing then. And then July 27th through September 30th, you'll be eligible for the drawing then. So if you missed out on the challenge, for the first drawing, then you'll still have a chance to get in for the second. How you can enter into the drawing is 2 different ways. So you can use the hashtag of Craft Fair Prep 2025. And anytime I see that hashtag, then I will comment and acknowledge that, hey, got it, you're now entered into the drawing, we'll move on from there. If you don't have, so you can use that hashtag on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. I'm on all 3 of those. And I am happy to acknowledge and comment on your videos or posts. If you don't want to use the hashtag, you can also tag me. And honestly, I would ask that you tag me and use the hashtag so I make sure I see it. So on YouTube, which obviously you're watching, Instagram, and TikTok, it's all under the same name, which is Messy Best Creations. You can tag me and use that hashtag up to 3 times per month. I just want to try and keep an even playing field, especially like for those of you who do it who will craft like me, where you do a whole bunch at once instead of like small increments at a time, which I really should be doing. But if you're like a small incremental person of, hey, I challenged myself to get 15 greeting cards done this month, and you're posting them 5 per week, then you'll be eligible to go into that drawing every time you use the Craft Fair Prep 2025 and or tag me up to 3 times per month. If you don't have an active Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, and you don't really like post your stuff like that, that's not a problem. I know there's a lot of followers on here that don't want to do that. So what you can do is you can have an entry on my monthly recap video. So at the end of every month, I will be back on here asking for participants, like how you did, and I will share what I did, what I got done, what I didn't get done, the issues I ran into. Maybe, let's cross our fingers, I did way more than I thought I was going to get done, whatever the case may be. So if you're not active on social medias in terms of posting your stuff, then this is a chance for you to get in on an entry. Okay, so hopefully that all makes sense. And like I said, I'll be doing another video on February 1st that again goes over this. And at the end of this video, I will be having all these rules put into a photo that you can screenshot and be able to refer back to. That being said, I thought I would share my own goals, and then, in case you need ideas, If you don't need ideas, then you can just skip this part. So I definitely want to grow my Etsy. I want to have stuff for my craft fair, and I want to have stuff for the gift shop. So what I've decided to do is everything I get done, I am going to list in my Etsy. And if after 10 days it doesn't sell, I'm going to be removing that listing and adding it to my craft fair pile. If it sells in Etsy, then I am just going to have to work harder and get more stuff done to add to my craft fair pile of stuff that I want to keep and save. I don't think that there's going to be a whole lot of overlap for my gift shop stuff and my Etsy. Like, I really don't know yet. I still have to talk to the gift shop about what all they want to see. But there are things that I used to make for the other hospital gift shop that I don't anticipate ever selling in my Etsy or at a craft fair. And like one example is I used to make these cupcake onesies. And it's like you take onesie and socks and a cupcake wrapper and you fold it and roll it in a way that it makes it look like a really cute cupcake, but it's actually like an outfit for a newborn or whatever size you pick. I don't anticipate those like selling at a craft fair, but I could be wrong. I really don't know. So I'll have to reevaluate that once I know for sure what the gift shop wants me to supply for them. So I want to get more of the 4x4 traveler's notebooks done, the laminated ones. I'm also working on a tutorial for that in case that's something you want to sell at your craft fair. I'm currently waiting on some notebooks to come in for those. I want to get more vintage trim done, bought, so then I can make some like vintage trim tassels and have them on hand. So then when I make a journal, when I make a scrapbook, whatever the case may be, I have it on hand and can just add it to my craft fair pile or my Etsy pile, whatever the case may be. I want to incorporate more of my laser into my paper crafting by making wood embellishments, by making wood paper clips, anything like that I can then turn into craft fair stuff. I want to get more on-hand craft fair stuff that I know sells. So like hot cocoa pouches, treat pouches, cards. I think I'm good on cards. Some mini notebooks. I'm going to try my hand at selling more traveler's notebooks at a craft fair. I'm going to try selling junk journals, which I've never sold at a craft fair. So all the standard stuff that you've seen me do videos on for craft fairs, I want to have like an actual set inventory of that stuff that I can just pull from. I want to get more faux leather stuff done. I want to do faux leather journals. I want to do more faux leather baby shoes. I want to do all the stuff with the faux leather that I have a ton of and have not done a lot with it. I have a ton of fabric. I want to start using up some of that fabric. So I'm thinking fabric covered journals. I'm thinking baby shoes. I'm thinking maybe some bibs. I'm not sure yet. So if you have ideas for fabric, please let me know. And I do want to grab something and share what I'm referring to. So these are some baby shoes that I used to make and sell for the other hospital I used to work at. And they were quite the hit. And I kind of went away from it when I stopped selling in the gift shop because I didn't really have a need for baby shoes anymore. But this is what I want to start using up my fabric for is, so these are all made with a dye from Paper Tray Ink, and I absolutely love this dye. And yeah, I think I can use it on faux leather too, and I want to start getting some more stuff like this done. Oh, and I have a couple journal ideas that I want to see how they'll work out, but I haven't gotten that far yet. So that is it for the Craft Fair Prep 2025 challenge that I am going to be issuing. I do hope that you guys want to participate. If not, I hope that if anything, it gives you ideas and inspiration. And like I said, I'll be back on February 1st to do a recap video and start the challenge. I think on that video, I'll also be sharing the prizes. So in the meantime, I got these mini traveler's notebooks done, and I used some vintage, okay, let me think of how to say this, vintage Valentine card reprints. So these are not actual vintage Valentine's cards. These are reprints that I got on Amazon, and I love them. They're so vibrant and beautiful, and yeah, I just really like them. They are a 4x6 card, and I cut them down to, I think they're 3.5 by 5, but let me make sure. Yep, 3.5 by 5. And I laminated these, and then I did use some brads. I finally found some small enough brads, or not brads, eyelets. And then I used some of the elastic that I had. These are listed in my Etsy. And, oh, on the tassels here, I just took a bunch of vintage ribbon that was maybe not long enough, or I cut it down and just made these cute little vintage ribbon tassels on a, I don't even know what these clips are called. I think they're called like bulb clips or something like that. And then every single traveler's notebook has 4 notebooks in it. And I found these super cute vintage Valentine notebooks that they're not actual vintage. They just used vintage Valentines as inspiration to reprint on the notebooks. And every notebook has 16 pages. And there are 4 notebooks per book. So on the inside here, I just added a little pocket using some scrapbook paper, and then there is some ephemera that I tucked in there. And then I put some doilies there in the middle, and I added this cute paper clip. And then another pocket here. This is from Pink Fresh Studio. And then some vintage trim on this one. And then I clipped in some ephemera and a heart and a tag. And then I have some more doilies here. And I doubled up on the doilies so then there wouldn't be a white side. And then the last one here, I just have a to-do list that I tucked in there. And that is that one. If you're interested in these, they are on my Etsy, and you can choose which one you want by the name of the cover. So like this one would be called We Are Going Places. And then I have this one that's so doggone cute. I love this one. So I will definitely link down below to the notebooks that I used. They came in a 24 pack, which is why I was only able to get 6 of these done. The actual cards that I used as the covers, I want to say there's 35 or 40. I can't remember. But the remaining cards I've actually been turning into junk journals. And there's 29 of them, I believe. So that would have to be 35 cards. And yes, I am actually working on 29 junk journals because I told myself that if I bought these cards, I would use them up. I did not pay attention to the quantity. So now I am tasking and forcing myself to use them up, which is great because now it is using up a lot of my Valentine's 6x6 paper, and it's using up, well, it's not using up a lot, but I have a lot of vintage paper and vintage books that I've been buying, so it's using, starting to use some of that stuff up. Again, a pocket, notebook. I love that one. So if you're interested in junk journals, I'm hoping to be back soon and sharing those journals that I got done. I've actually really been loving them, and kind of there's one that is completely done and I've been obsessing over, and I keep going back and adding more to it, but I just need to learn to leave it alone. That one is called Swing By. And then this is the last one. I love this one. Wild About You. I will leave the link down below to my Etsy if you are interested in any of these. And that is it for my video tonight. I know it's kind of all over the place, but if you have any questions, please let me know down below, and thank you so much for being here.